Lance, Thetford 1, Sunderland Rangers 0. Your analysis on that?
Yeah, I think the best team won today. I won't lie. I think Thetford moved the ball well, good movement off the ball. Cameron King is probably one of the better players at this level I've seen in a long while. He's not a striker, but we're like a natural up there, and the way he pulled our centre halves. Just think we've just said after the game. I don't think we were reactive today at the right times. It was when things happened. That's when we kind of we're on the back foot. We didn't actually react in the right manner today. Don't get me wrong, we worked hard, but we never really had any real end product. I can't remember their keeper having to make a save, whereas I think Josh Pope probably got our man of the match possibly. And it's not to say that they had a lot of clear cut chances. I think it was just a case of that we weren't really at it today, and I think that we only had 14 today because of injuries and unavailability, and I'm not making that as an excuse because I think obviously, like I say, Thetford were the better side today. But we're just trying to, obviously that's 3 defeats on the bounce in the league, and we're obviously got to try and keep the camaraderie and the confidence up in the dressing room. And like we said on Tuesday night, we relate to that again today, saying that you can play against teams and be free flowing and attacking. I said, but today, whether it's because it's Thetford away, I don't know. We kind of a little bit rabbit in headlights in a way, but we have to move on, and it will be Durham next weekend.
You did mention just there sort of a depleted-ish squad.
Yep.
Obviously, that's, like you said, 14 in the squads.
Yep.
Obviously, we've had a lot of that this season.
Yep.
Max Rowe's getting injured today, which we will talk about a little bit later on. Is there anything that could be coming in?
Hopefully, yes. We're in conversation with somebody else. So obviously I won't divulge that just yet, but I think Sam's going to make connection with them this week. And obviously with Max hamstring wise, I mean, he could be 4 or 6 weeks possibly. That's a big loss to us. Obviously you've got Marcus who had to bring off towards the end with a tight groin. You've got Zeth with a tight back. So you were kind of bare bones today. Obviously no Reece, no Ollie, and no Jacko. Obviously we're missing Jacko at the moment. That's evident. But it is what it is. That's part and parcel. Every manager has to go through this, and it coincides with a poorish run at the moment.
Yeah, you did mention it. Max Rose, he had to come off early on in the first half. Yeah. What's the update on him?
It looks like his hamstring's gone. So, like I say, that'll be 4 or 6 weeks. It's not like it's a twinge. It looks like it's gone. It may be that from when he's done his marathon run 2 weeks ago, it could be some sort of relative to that. We don't know, but I would say it probably might be. But that's the way it is. We lose him now 4 or 6 weeks, so we have to obviously fill that berth if we can. We will do. Like I say, we have to move on, and we'll train well this week and look forward to Durham at the weekend.
Yeah, Durham at the weekend at the Just George Stadium. Could I get one that game from you?
Yeah, well, we know it's going to be tough. Obviously, we didn't play to our levels at their place in the first half an hour, and it cost us. So obviously, we owe them one in that way. But with the group that we have, we've got to try and have a session this week where we can improve our confidence and improve our abilities to have a go at teams, the better teams like the Thetfords and the Durhams. So we've got to go into these games as a youngish squad, not to be in fear of these teams. And I think that's what we'll be looking forward to next weekend.